Hello everyone, Pallytub here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Butcher. He's a character that's never really worked. In super specific team comps in competitive play back in the day, he was very successful with the whole team rallied behind him when he could kind of move in and be dominant and just strike fear in the hearts of everyone. But that's not what Quick Match is, that's not what Unranked Draft is, and that's not what Hero League is. So in all of those situations, why would you ever pick the Butcher? Because of this, he got a full rework. And it still just doesn't make any sense. Like, now this character that used to be hyper aggressive has to spend an entire fucking 12 minutes farming up blood to deal enough damage in these team fights to be able to play hyper aggressive. His early game survivability is gone. His quest, if he's derailed, if the enemy team focuses him, will like cripple him for the rest of the match. And he doesn't really make sense. Normally I bring this into a question, or I say something along the lines of, but today we'll work around. No, I'm just going to play the Butcher. He's a hot mess. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Tomb of the Spider Queen, probably the map that I would want to be on if I was going to play the Butcher. Because of the very short distance in between lanes, it's going to allow you to actually farm up blood at a pretty respectable rate. Don't worry, everyone, I'll do the whole thing. Yeah, you did it. Level 1, we're going to go for Abattoir. We're going to lose less meat on each death. Meat is such a pain in the ass to pick up. You don't want to lose it. You better hang on to it. Now, I want to point out that while I definitely said that the Butcher was a hot mess at the beginning of this video, and I once read a quote on Reddit that said, the Butcher has all the tools necessary to get himself into trouble and none of the tools necessary to get himself out. Don't know who said it, but it's a fantastic quote, and I think I've stolen it once or twice without giving credit. But there we go, rectified that, boys. He does have a very high win rate at 53%, which is pretty good. Why is his win rate so high if the character is so bad? Well, essentially, he preys off of characters that overextend. Everything that just happened right there, I only could do because the enemy team overextended so bad. And I mean bad. It was bad, boys. Ah! Okay, we're fine. This is also why back in the day, before so many stuns that would just lock onto a character like Varian, and who's the new point and click stun? There's another one. Valera just points, clicks, stuns. This is why Tracer's win rate was also so goddamn high. Tracer, very difficult to play, but again, preys upon people that overextend. If you've never played the Butcher before, well, let's go over his abilities really quick. His abilities are Hamstring. This is his Q ability, does AoE damage in a front straight line. And you can fire this out. It also does a slow, so you can use this to catch up to people. Then he also has his W ability, which is called Butcher's Brand. This allows him to mark a player with his brand, and then the Butcher can heal off that target for a massive amount of health with every auto attack. And this is going to continue to increase. Go, 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 go. No, she missed her stun. That's okay. This will, like, he can just keep it on a target now. This was part of the rework, and I actually really like that change. If the Butcher is able to just keep wailing into the same target, then what's going to happen is that the Butcher's brand is going to stay up indefinitely. Basically, you're going to kill a target before it really becomes that big of a deal. But against things like... that kind of hurt. Against things like the Immortal on Battlefield of Eternity, he can just stay alive and do a shit ton of damage to that thing. We're going to go for reduced cooldown on impact with the charge, so I can charge in on people like the Stitches here, do a pretty decent amount of damage, and hopefully we get some decent follow-up, and we can completely push him out of lane as his Nazebo friend puts him in a wall. It's nice of him. What a good friend. Trying to pick up the blood as we leave. Missed a little bit. That's fine. We can go in again now, though. That was beautiful. And then we could just Butcher's Brand one of these zombies and not stay alive because we had spiders on us, I think. Feels bad, man. So now that we died, we lost 5 blood. We had 37, now we have 35. Once we get this up to 125... 125. Once we do that, we're gonna gain a lot of damage. Is there an indicator for that? Yeah. So nearby minions drop 1 fresh meat, and heroes drop 5 fresh meat when they die. I don't know what this voice is. Fresh meat can be... Yo, I clicked right here, you dumbass! What the fuck? Fresh meat can be picked up to gain 1 attack damage per meat, and the butcher can hold up to 125. The butcher drops 10 meat upon dying. Only 5, because we beat the system. We beat the system. So yeah, you get more damage the more meat you collect. You used to be able to get healed for every piece of meat that you picked up, which meant that the butcher was able to sustain and lane quite nicely without having to use the butcher's brand, and he could like bully people back. That was removed in favor for this quest, so you kind of have to play a lot more passively. You kind of have to be looking at your minimap all the time, making sure you're not getting ganked at any particular point in the game. But you can generate a lot of attack damage very quickly. So basically every time we attack right now, we do 40 more damage, which is great. Now, because of that, his auto attack damage was nerfed a little bit, as you would expect if you're going to give a person this much damage on top of that. It's a pretty big deal. Now, at this level range, what we can do is either go for victuals if we wanted more healing, which I don't think we need. So we can go for Insatiable Blade. I was going to charge in on that. I decided not to. Go for Insatiable Blade, which is going to increase the healing of the Butcher's brand and allow us to just stick to a target a little bit easier. Should be pretty good for us. Valeer's going in on Stitches yet again, even though he has that ability shield, but we'll go ahead and try to help out, take that target down. Maybe we can turn and trade on Zebo here, slow him down. We do have the Butcher's brand on top of him, but body blocks are kind of hindering our advance there just a little bit. And I should be fine. I should be fine. We just need to dodge the Arcane Orb. Cool. Maybe the minion heal would have been worth. So we're at 59. We're almost halfway there, team. And it's 5 minutes into the game. So your ability to play the Butcher and your ability to stack this up will greatly improve your success rates. This is, of course, is better on small maps if you're able to rotate between lanes with your team, if you can kind of coordinate this. Very similar to roaming for region globes. If you've ever done that, you just want to rotate between lanes, middle and top, middle, bottom, doesn't really matter. And just do everything you can to get as much blood as fast as possible. Let's see if we can help with this little bit of a clusterfuck down here. Maybe charging in on Stitches to help our Valeera. She seems to be having a little bit of trouble. Here we go. Can we get a Misha follow-up? Misha stun? No Misha stun? Okay, great. We did get the kill, but we got the kill. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Li Ming is looking a little eager, so I was just trying to scare her with that charge. I wasn't actually trying to go in. We can Butcher's brand the boss and maybe stay alive here. I have to just sit here and keep trading, otherwise I'm dead, and that worked out pretty well. Okay, time to just fucking leave again. We are going to pick up Lamb to the Slaughter versus this particular team. This is going to be a circle that we put down on the ground, and with this Lamb to the Slaughter, we are going to silence anyone that we catch in it, and then be able to just sit there and trade them. It's also going to attach a hook to their body, making it so they cannot move away as well. This can be cleansed, right, team? I'm pretty sure this could be cleansed. One of the things the Butcher had going for him before was it couldn't be cleansed, so it was actually a pretty big deal for him. I don't have charge, otherwise I would have, but we have it now, and we have the Lamb, so this is a dead Nazebo. Now, if I would have delayed with this just a little bit more, we could have got Valeera there as well, which would have been really, really good for us, but that's okay. I do see Li Ming there, but the Stitches is so much more out of position. We're just going to attach this stuff to him, hit the brand, and start to shoot and scoot alongside of him. Unfortunately, we lost our Valeera to the Li Ming burst damage, but that is okay. Let's just gather up this blood. I've been slacking a little bit on that, haven't really been focusing on it, and I have to always be focusing on it. I have to. Now, keep in mind, I am colorblind to light green. I can see this green just fine. So there's been people defending me in the comments before. Why doesn't Palatine pick up all this blood? I do have a hard time with light green, but I can see this just fine, team. It's my own fault. It's my own fault. Well, this is a lot of fucking damage, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out. Oh, I had 5 health. I know you can't see it. I know you can't see it because I'm in the way. 5 health. What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? All right. So we should be able to get a turn in fairly easily here. Lambda Slaughter is going to be up again in 10 seconds. Does have a pretty long cooldown, but it also pretty much guarantees that you're going to get a kill, so I understand why it has a long cooldown if your team is even remotely working together. Was going to come in there and trade, but I don't think that's going to be too good for our health, so you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to turn in here, and then I'm going to clear the top lane. With the enemy team so focused in the bottom, we have a very easy window to do that. And it's gonna be good for us. We'll get some pushing in. We'll also hit level 13 before the enemy team, which again, very good for us. We'll be on a higher talent tier with an objective up, which means we should be able to get a lot done. Our team's gonna be respawning very soon as well, so it's not even like we're gonna have too bad of a numbers disadvantage here either. So this should be a kill. Yeah, he can't move. He's just kind of dead. And that is the power of the Butcher. When you can catch people that overextend like that, he is fantastic. Which again, is another reason why he's so good on smaller maps like this, because people are more likely to push out a little bit further. Looks like we want to push the top lane. I'm totally fine with that. We'll go ahead and open up on Valera, and I was going to stun her, but this, of course, does hurt my plans a little bit. I'm assuming she's gone by now, so we'll just switch over to this Stitches. We just want to be attacking stuff all the time. Let's go gobble up some of this blood over here, shall we? We're at 115, 116, and we almost have the quest complete. Once the quest becomes complete, you no longer lose blood. So you're going to be able to maintain at least 125. That's 125 damage increase on your auto attack every time you... I don't want to go that far. Every time you use it. That's huge. That's a lot of extra damage. That is a ton of extra damage. And it really does allow Butcher to kind of come online. You know what I mean? It's like you've been playing this weird, like, mismatch of, oh no, mismatch of a hero that doesn't make too much sense. But then all of a sudden you get all of your meat and all of these like convoluted mechanics kind of come together. Again, it does make the laning phase significantly more difficult. It does make him a lot less reliable, but still, to this day, there is nothing more terrifying than a Butcher with a stim drone. And I'll stand by that. That shit's scary. Looks like we are having another tussle down here at the bottom coin turn-in. We only need one more butt in the box. I'm coming in on this Nazebo right here. I'll let the team know. We'll drop the Lamb to the Slaughter, and I'm very overextended, so if they don't push in, I am gonna die. In fact, I'm just gonna back out now. I see no reason not to. We can grab the sippy cup here and maybe re-engage, but with those leaming you walked back into it. You walked back into it. What are you doing? With the leaving resets, I want nothing to do with that. The enemy team does have enough coins to turn in right now, and I'm assuming that they will. Let's see if we can kill the insane man. You look like a woman to me. Run away, little girl. Run away. All right, we can heal up off that menu, get full life, and we have completed our meat quest. Now it switches over to phase 2. Now I think we have to kill heroes to get meat, to increase our damage further. I'm pretty sure. Fairly sure. I don't think that, yeah, there's no more meat from minions. Now we have to kill heroes. So if our team's good at slaying, which we've been doing a pretty decent job, 17 kills, that's pretty good. If our team's good at slaying, we can continue to scale indefinitely, which I've been very vocal about the fact that I love scaling components in this game. I think they feel really nice. In a game where it's very difficult to carry, having the ability to snowball is important, and I stand by that. I'm just gonna go in on this. I'm not afraid of no ghosts. I'm going in, team. Everyone backed up as I pinged I was going in. Okay, good. Some good team cohesion there. I really like that. Let's go ahead and just kill him. Where are you going? No follow-up at all from the friendly team, and he's gonna get away. Feels fucking bad, man. Feels fucking bad. All right, let's just go hit this thing in the bottom lane, I guess. Why, hello there. What a lovely thorax you have. Spiders have thoraxes, right? Just kind of threw that out there. Didn't fact check it. I think it might be ants that have thoraxes. But hey, we killed the objective, no problem. We're good to go. I will say that the Butcher does have some fantastic damage on Battlefield of Eternity if he can just stick onto the Immortals. Pretty fucking good. Pretty good damage. But that also assumes that you're going to be able to farm blood effectively in one lane, probably against 4 other heroes when you're stacked up with 4 heroes on your team, which is kind of difficult to do because you can get zoned out pretty easy. So there are some obstacles on that map now as well, but generally speaking, you should have an okay time. Lamb to the Slaughter is on cooldown, but the boars are out, boys! Oh, okay, we'll just slow him down a little bit. Cleave into him. We'll put the brand on Stitches because we can assume that Stitches will at least stay a little while, right? We can charge back in on him if we wanted to here. But we got too far ahead of our team, and I think it's time to back it up. Oh, really nice kill on the enemy team's Li Ming there, though. We'll stun Valera, we'll chain Valera, but we'll butcher Stitches. It worked out real nice. God, Nazebo does so much damage. Oh, we need to make sure that we pick up this blood, though. It's important. And this blood, it's important. Okay. So now we have 15 more damage on top of the 125 that we collected. And as this continues to snowball, we continue to get more and more and more. And eventually, the Butcher is he's just a monster. It's really difficult to stop him. This explains his win rate in quick match, because it becomes even more unlikely that someone on the enemy team has imposing presence, because it becomes even more unlikely that the enemy team has a lot of control. Varian Ren really stops a lot of these snowbally heroes like Tracer, high mobility characters like Tracer, Illid, and Li Ming. Varian with his stun and shield combo can completely stop them in their tracks a lot of the time. And the Butcher is no exception to that rule. He gets completely obliterated if he is not able to attack, if he's caught and can't move, if he's at that standstill. It becomes very, very... Oh, she vanished. It becomes very difficult to recover from that. So it's definitely worth keeping in mind. I'll take that blood, thank you. I probably could have gone for the Li Ming kill there. If she pushes back in, I will. It doesn't look like she is, okay. We need to be real careful with this Nazebo. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's go push middle. Oh, never mind, we can kill this. I thought that Ragnaros was going to combo with me a little bit there. I was obviously mistaken. My bad, Ragnaros. I believed in us as a unit, you know? Sad day. All right. So at level 20, you have a few options here. You can go for Bolt of the Storm if you want to get away from stuff a little bit, but that kind of goes away from the spirit of the character, and I don't really agree with that one. You can go for Nexus Blade for more damage, or you can go for Slaughterhouse, where you can chain all enemy heroes that are in the circle. That being said, very range-heavy teams, so it's not too likely that we're going to be able to clump these guys up. So what I'm going to do is go for the slow. This is going to allow me to stick to targets even easier. Pretty fucking good. Just look how fast we can clear out a mercenary camp. I think it's pretty goddamn impressive. We're doing 668 fucking damage every time we swing. That is actually insane. It's actually fucking insane. Citrus has been doing a really good job of frontlining for his team. Trying to make his team comp work. He's trying real hard. I actually want to silence the Li Ming here, but I don't have it. We're going to have to trade into the Stitches to get all of that health back. God damn, that's so much damage. So we pretty much hit the point where we start to snowball out of control. And if... Oh, gotta get that. And if our team works with us, keep in mind, Heroes of the Storm, always a team game. Doesn't matter how good you play as an individual if your team isn't working with you. If our team works with us, we can essentially melt everyone on the enemy team. If we play our class properly. If we heal properly, if we silence the right people, we should be able to just completely wreck the enemy team. Now, at level 13, we did pick up the Cleave, which does this still work? No. Fuck, I didn't know that. Lamb to Slaughter won't detect her. Shit. If we work as a team, we should be able to kill everything. We did pick up the cleave, so we can push lanes pretty effectively as well. He should be dead. He used his ice block. Doesn't matter. At least it should. I just dived a corner to get a kill. That was a little scary. That was a little terrifying. Did I grab the meat from it? I don't know. We have 35 stacks. We just got Hero of the Storm. Not bad. I'm gonna head top. Clean this up pretty quick. And this is what I mean. You increase your damage so much that you effectively can become a split pushing character, or you can kind of fulfill Zul's role as well. So like we can just cleave all this down really quick before it really even does any damage. I know that he used his shit. He didn't have to. He could have saved that cooldown. I was already on it. We do have 46 spider butts on us that we need to put into the box to get that moving. When did we get boss? When did that happen? Was I there for that? Yeah, I was, wasn't I? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna turn it up top. I have a lot. I don't want to drop them. I'm gonna signal for the team to turn into. We only need one more. Oh, never mind. We have. Yeah, we're fine. We have enough. I know how numbers work. Let's see if we can get another kill down in the bottom lane. How's our damage? Our damage is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm gonna run in on the Sergeant Hammer here. Hey, boo. You're fucking dead. You've been doing shit to all my friends. That's disgusting. I mean, I'm dead now, but that was so disgusting. It was so much damage. We actually managed to lose 3 players there. Don't really know how. Nazeebo was top. I guess Valera did a lot to our back line. That's interesting. Did Stitches just go for pure regen? It kind of feels like it. Pretty much. The Stitches is healing for a ton. Where's a Mortal Strike when you need it, you know? The objective is pushing top uncontested. We will likely get a keep up here. Then again, Nazeebo can do a lot of damage, but I think that's pretty much guaranteed. I think we're going to get that. The minions did delay it a lot in the bottom lane. Rexar moving in by himself versus a team with a stealth character that can lock him down. So may the force be with him. If they decided to pursue, they could have done a lot of damage there, but he's actually doing a pretty good job microing Misha, keeping it on high priority targets, so good on him. I do need to go and look at the Tassadar changes and the Rexar changes and kind of figure out where I stand on all that. I still haven't done it. I'm a human being, okay? I'm flawed. I have bias, I have preference, and I fucking loved the old Tassadar. The old Tassadar was in easily my top 3 favorite builds in the whole game, and I absolutely adored it. And you can't do my favorite build anymore. I totally understand why some Mrggl players are like freaking the fuck out over the Mrggl changes. I'm exactly like, I know where you're coming from. I know exactly where you're fucking coming from. This should be a free kill again. Look at them trying to silence me, the butcher. You can't. Oh, I'm so dead. Ah, fuck, feels bad. Again, I don't really understand why we're having such a hard time just moving in on these guys. With myself and Ragnaros, we have the front line there. With Misha, we should have the front line there, but we keep kind of getting separated and we just kind of died everything. So, what's going on? Valera? How do I spell Valera? I don't even know. 2 E's. Feeling the backbite when Ang and I go in? Because, like, we honestly should be able to just kill their fucking team like that. They shouldn't even know what hit them. I'm essentially taking Sergeant Hammer out before Sergeant Hammer can even do what Sergeant Hammer is supposed to do. We're deleting that character from existence. Alright. Good huddle. Alright, good talk. I learned a lot there. We've really came to some conclusions there, you know? Well, 738 is what we're doing every time we auto-attack now, so this boss won't get too far, team. God, that is such a high amount of damage. That is such a crazy high amount of damage. That's what we heal for every time we auto attack too. 738. And for real, was that unreasonable? Trying to come up with a solution to our problem? Asking what's killing people? Does that really not merit a response? I'm confused. Just trying to teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, you know? We do not have enough butts to turn in for the objective, but the enemy team is closing in on that pretty quick. I'm going to ping up top. And we will... I do feel as though I have to go in on the Sergeant Hammer to kind of cut that damage off. I feel like it's very important for our team that I do that. But also, you know, it's important to protect our backline as well, which is why I was asking, is it Valera that's the problem? Because I can try to turn on her after the fact. We know that they are down here, but it looks like we're just going straight for the core. Okay. Or going for this building. Did they all queue together? Is that what this is? Is that why I'm not being filled in on these conversations? I'm being chased by an entire enemy team. I was trying to heal off the stitches, couldn't quite do it, and we were taken down as they rotated in behind us. I mean, I did say exactly where they were. And once again, our team has been deleted from existence. All right. Well, I'll just wait my 49 seconds here, and they're gonna turn in and they're gonna push something. They have to be working together, because this path to get to the middle to get to top didn't make any sense. and they didn't. How can I help us not die as much? I want to be a team player. There you go. I've done everything I can, team. I've done everything I can. Leaving cleaning up bottom as the enemy team's pushed in. This, of course, is the highest priority spider because it's going to hit a tier 2 building. You never want that to happen. So that I appreciate it, but that didn't. Okay. Fuck it. Fuck it. I tried. All right, spider's dead. Let's rotate middle now. We can go in on the Mrggl here, and we should be able to do a lot to him. He's obviously going to... Never mind, actually. He's so far away. Let's just focus on this. We body blocked him there, and then we'll land with slaughter this. And now I can slow him down, and we can keep chasing if we really wanted to. But the spider's hitting the tier 2, so we'll back up for the spider. I'll grab the sippy cup. The one in the top lane already died to catapult, so that problem sorted itself out. I'm going to go ahead and start this. Look at that. That was beautiful. The problem with doing mercenaries at this point is I kill them so fast I actually can't heal off of them. Which I guess is a bad thing, actually. It's pretty bad. I'm going to push this down. I guess they're all clumping middle. Maybe I stay with Dib. We're level 25. This is a 26-minute Tomb of the goddamn Spider Queen. Okay. All right. Is this the plan? Are we sneaking this? Because we all just walked through the minion wave. All right. We want to go middle. Let's go. He has ice block. They're doing good. They're focusing the hammer. But Li Ming on the back line's doing a lot here, too. I'm almost in charge range. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And... hey! There we go. We got him. All right, heal off this shit. We have charge again in just a moment. Lock down stitches just a little bit. We do not have the lamb, but we do have a shit ton of damage. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm so slowed by everything. We can get this real quick. If Misha can tank it. Honestly, if I could probably tank it. Should be able to burst that down. They'll know, obviously, but... God, look at that healing. They'll know, but can they actually do anything? That I'm not too sure of. They are on the way, though. Stitch's hook right now would actually be really dangerous. He is overextended, and he is by himself at a pretty pivotal part of the game. All right, team, I'm going in. I'm pushing for the win. We have 55 extra stacks of meat. That's crazy. Okay, let's try not to be killed by the Nazebo. We got him. We got him. We got him. He's really good, by the way. He's doing a great job. Oh, I was going to try to kill her. The boss on the core is probably enough. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll just assume the boss got it, you know? Go turn these in. Live that casual life. So that's the butcher. Why did I make this video? I don't remember if I was trying to prove a point or if I was just trying to prove that he's a hot mess. I guess that would be a point. The butcher can very easily lead you into thinking that you're indestructible, into thinking that you are the source of the team's power, and I actually felt that way a few times. I feel as though the butcher is like dipping your toes into the dark side. The Jedi keep telling you not to fucking do it. You can get lost in the dark side. But curiosity got the best of you, and you tried to play the most all-in character, and it can be a little bit addictive. But you can also succumb to the might of the enemy team. You can succumb to the might of the dark side. It can take you over faster than you realize. All right, that was good enough, right? That was a good enough summary. He can deal a monstrous amount of damage, as I think I proved here, both in PvE and PvP. He has an AoE silence option at level 20, which is phenomenal. He definitely has a place in the game, but he is so all in that it is difficult to fit him into the current meta that we have today. That being said, if you want to kill some people in quick match, he is fantastic at doing it. Again, focused on players that are overextended, a little too far up in their lanes, and it's very likely that you'll be able to get a lot of kills. Just make sure you focus on your stacking in the early game. So the build I did today, Abattoir, Unrelenting Pursuit, Unstable Blade, Lamb to the Slaughter, Cleaver, Enraged, and Nexus Blades. It's very difficult to play Butcher versus a team that's clumped up. It's very difficult to play Butcher versus a team that has a Varian or a Diablo or an ETC or a Mrggl, someone who can lock you down for long amounts of time. It's very difficult to play the Butcher versus any team that has a lot of blinds. And considering we are going to be seeing Lucio jumping into the Nexus very soon, who has a very strong blind. Artanis is one of the most dominant heroes right now, who has a 4-second blind. Let's not forget Johanna and Wind Lily, who have blinds. There's just so many things that actually shut down this character that it can be very difficult to justify him. But he has a 53% win rate, so he's obviously doing something right that I'm just not seeing. Thank you all for watching today's video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.